Well, for you, let's look at your personal situation now. After a long time at your beloved Crewe Alexandra, where I'm pretty sure there'll be one or two tears in the back of the eyes in a few weeks' time. But what a new chapter coming in your career. Tell us about that and how it came about, first of all.
Yeah, it's exciting. I've been here a long time in all capacities, and it's not something I would go looking for. I've never gone looking for jobs. I've had a few opportunities and never took them up. Scott Sellers, the academy manager, rang me a few weeks ago and asked if I'd be interested, and the idea of it appealed. Getting back to coaching players every day. In the head of coaching role, you distance yourself a little bit from it. You're coaching coaches, and as much as you get pleasure from that, it's not quite the same as being on the pitch every day with the players and developing players. So the chance to do that again was too good an opportunity to turn down.
You certainly served your apprenticeship, haven't you? No doubt about that. In the game of football, everybody knows there's lots of highs and lots of lows, and you've been there and come through it.
I've been blessed here. I've had far more highs than lows, which probably when the big low came, it hit me quite hard, because I'd always sort of had ups and ups here, and in the background here, you're always well thought of, the coaching department, so I'd always felt looked after. And then obviously the negatives came, which they do in football, and you have to get over that and get on with it, and that's how it worked, and I've enjoyed my time after that doing the head of coaching, but I felt that the time was right for everyone. I could have spent my whole career here and not knowing what it was like somewhere else, but having the opportunity to work in the Premier League with it's not the under 9s or 10s, it's the under 23s, which is close to the first team, it was too good an opportunity for me to turn down.
You're going to a club that's doing fantastically well at first team level, but I think if you've obviously looked at the infrastructure is top drawer now, isn't it? Wolves have come back, haven't they? Having had a few years out in the doldrums. Genuinely,
there's not many clubs I would leave here for. I've got a love for this club that I will forever treasure. But Wolves, I've watched Wolves from afar for many years, and they've always been a terrific football club, but their academies took a long time to get going, to be really high flying, if you like, and I think they're on the verge of that. And, they've got good players, they're investing in it. I know the board and the chairman are keen on it, and I wouldn't have been leaving to go to a club that wasn't keen on it, because the one thing you want when you're in 18s and 23s football is, are they willing to put them in, are they willing to give them a go? The first team manager has a small squad there. A lot of the boys played last week in the Europa League, so it's a very similar club to here in the fact of they're a family club, but with good ambition. And as I say, to work in the Premier League has always been an ambition of mine that I want to do and want to have a go
at. Just how hard was it to move, to finally say yes, I'm going to take it? It must have been turmoil for you.
It still hasn't sunk in, to be quite honest. I'm still here at the moment, so I don't think I'll realise till I'm not. Even yesterday, I've got piles and piles of stuff here that I'll have to take away with me. And sorting through that, I started to sort through it yesterday and thought, I'm not here much longer. So it'll take time, and I'm sure the good thing will be I'll go straight into it in the new year with Wolves, and games come thick and fast, and work needs to be done. Football doesn't stop. There's no real room for sentiment in football, so it will take a bit of time to sink in, but as I say, I think it's the right time for everyone.
I'll try and draw the answer out of you. Some people usually refuse when they put this question, but if you look around all the walls at Crewe Alexandra, you see some fantastic footballers that you've produced, and you've been involved in them heavily. Is there one real player that stands out? I know it's not being sort of biased.
I think there's two answers to that question. I think you get Nick Powell was an outstanding footballer, the best I've coached. What a talent! Now, it hasn't quite happened for him how it should have done, in my opinion, due to injury, due to a little bit of his own fault at times, but also, luck of the draw at times. But he was an outstanding talent. But I think as a football coach, you get more pleasure out of the Ashley Westwoods or even the Perry NGs, who, Perry was here from the age of 7 or 8, and he was never a high flyer, but was a great kid with a great character, quiet but assertive. And you see him gradually improve and growing confidence, and then to see him go in the first team we're still not sure when he got in the first team. To see him flourish as he has, that gives you more pleasure than anything else, because you feel like you've helped people like that, whereas Nick, I think, would have done it, whoever was his coach, whereas I think the Perrys of this world, and even Westy to that extent, was always a steady player as a kid, but really flourished 17, 18, 19. To see him playing every week in the Premier League gives you great pleasure. That's why I do the job.